Now, ladies and gentlemen,
The time has come, the walrus said.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've been holding it off long enough. It's time for us to head into Mount Moon. Now, as I said before, I wanted to do some switch training for Bobby Darin. The unfortunate thing is that in order for him to switch train, that means he's got to be at the front of the party, you know. He gets the experience. The problem with that is that we're going to be getting wild encounters with every step. That's how caves work. That's how they've always worked. And being as low level as he is, it's going to be very difficult to run away from battles, just because that is determined by, I believe, your speed stat, and which his isn't very high right now. So we're going to have Artie Shaw lead right now. And once we show up in front of some trainers, then we're going to switch back to Bobby Darin. It's just for the wild encounters, I like to have Artie Shaw there. Like right now, for example, where we're encountering a Zubat, which Zubat are everywhere. We're not going to be catching a Zubat. I'm not a big fan of him as a Pokemon. His evolutions, Golbat and Crobat, are okay. I mean, he's got an interesting moveset. He's got some poison moves and such, but he's never been one of my favorites. Anyway, the item we just picked up is TM12, which if we go ahead and use, it says it contains Water Gun, a water-type attack, which unfortunately Bobby Darin cannot learn despite it being a water type. If you did pick Squirtle at the start of the game, he would be able to learn this by TM, which, I mean, he already had Bubble, I'm assuming, at this point, so it's not like it's the most important thing, but I don't know, maybe some other Pokemon in this cave can learn it. Another encounter we have here, we have a Paris. This is actually a Bug-Grass type, which is an interesting type combination, because it means essentially water types can do nothing to you. The only issue is that if you're a Flying type or a Fire type, you absolutely destroy this thing, because both Grass and Bug are strong against, or are weak against Flying and Fire. So, the effect is multiplied.
multiply. All right.
Alright, Bobby, go ahead and go out in front of this trainer here. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? I don't know, what about me? I just got here. Why is a bug catcher in a cave in the first place? Weedle level 11. Artie Shaw's actually getting a little behind. I like to use him more, but at the same time, both Nikolai and Doris have moves that are super effective against bugs, so I'm more inclined to use them. The other thing is that Artie in this cave, there's a lot of, you know, rock and ground types, as it is a cave, and those he's not very good against. Granted, we don't really have anybody who's good against those kind of Pokemon on our team right now. We got poisoned, unfortunately. I don't remember if we have any antidotes. You'd think this Kakuna would be free experience for our boy Bobby here, just because the Kakuna cannot do anything, but at the same time, neither can we, so we really just still have to switch train him, even against a Pokemon that only knows Harden. At the very least, Artie's getting some experience points here. He might level up off of this. 82 for Bobby. He's going to go to level 6. Still really behind. Artie is still not leveling up. I'm going to check on his experience real quick. Looks like Artie is 98 experience points from leveling up. It's a bit of a ways there. Oh, I almost forgot about the poison. Okay, we have one antidote, and that's it. So, if we ever get poisoned again, we're going to have to leave all the way back to the Pokemon Center. I probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it, because the Pokemon Center is just down there, which would heal the poison. But instead I use an item when I'm only in the first floor of the cave. Whoops. Here we have a Clefairy. Normal type, not much special about Clefairy, except that it was actually supposed to be the original mascot before Pikachu. This is an appropriate battle right here. Actually, this Clefairy is 3 levels higher than Artie. This might be a bit challenging. Let's go ahead and paralyze it so it has half our speed as well as a chance to not move at all. There you go, Artie, with the crit. You're the real mascot. And that is going to be a level up for Artie. Not going to learn anything new, but that's okay. We're going to actually head back to the Pokemon Center now, seeing as how he's taken so much damage. Now, Mount Moon is a bit of a maze. There's a lot of... Ooh, I didn't switch Bobby out. Hold on. I'm going to be really low level here. Oh, okay. He's also level 6. We're good. We should be able to run away still. Yep, okay. Mount Moon is a bit of a maze, and there's a lot of optional paths we can go to get items, to do extra battles. I think I'm going to... go after all of that, just because it's good XP for Bobby, showing off more for the Let's Play. Like, for example, I know this isn't the right way to go, but I'm still gonna go down here just to show it off. Because down here, I believe, is the first ever Team Rocket member we have to fight. Yep, there he is right there. How you doing, dude? We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. So here comes this Team Rocket Goon. We heard about this guy at the Pokemon Center and that there were suspicious figures hanging about this whole area. I didn't switch Bobby back in by mistake, but that's okay. This guy has multiple Pokemon. We'll get a chance. Doris Day is actually really close to getting its next evolution stage, I believe. Because level 16... It's either level 16 or 17 or 18. It's before level 20, I know that much. Leech Life. This is a bug-type move that restores some of Zubat's HP, draining our own, but it does very little damage, and I mean very little damage. This is the one advantage Artie has in the cave, is that these Zubats here are flying type, which he is super effective against. Right, we defeated our first rocket grunt. I blew it! And he just hangs out here. We don't really do anything about these Pokemon criminals hanging out in this cave. We just kind of beat them up and then leave. Let's go ahead and battle this fella right here. Artie is still really hurt. Nikolai can probably get some XP, assuming it isn't like a rock type or something. Okay, the Nerd class. Now, the Nerd has a lot of unique kinds of Pokemon you don't usually see. Like Magnemite, for example, is a special kind of Pokemon we don't really see all that much. He's an electric type, so no real advantages or disadvantages for us except for Bobby, but that doesn't really matter. He's not going to be doing any battling anyway. Let's go ahead and Fury attack him with Nikolai. Now, Magnemite, as people know in later generations, would eventually become a Steel type. Steel type isn't a thing in this game, so he's just an electric type as of now. Now, I don't know what level he learns it, but the main defining trait of Voltorb and his evolution being Electrode is that they explode. By that I mean they take out all of their own health bar, just to do a great amount of damage to you. Now, this is dangerous because that means that the Pokemon who faints doesn't get the XP, so if you're only battling with one Pokemon, even though that Voltorb was technically defeated, we don't get any XP for ourselves. Also, did it crit all 3 times? Is it just because the first one crit all of them had you? I didn't know that's how it worked. Either that or I just got really lucky. Nikolai taking that tackle well. Another crit! Nikolai, stop! He's already done. Here we found a rare candy, which is just a free level up for a Pokemon if we'd like. And actually, how much XP does Bobby Dare need to level up again? 159. Here's what we're gonna do. He just leveled up at the end of the last battle, so he is nowhere near leveling up at this point. So I'm gonna level him up manually with the rare candy. Now he's level 9, so he's one step closer to evolving. I also don't feel as bad about leaving him in the front since he is level 9, since most of the encounters don't reach that high level. Like that Zubat we just encountered was level 8 only. Not much to say fighting this bug trainer, it's more bugs. I mean, this is kind of the final point in the game. No, there's one more area in the game where we encounter a lot of bug trainers, but after that point, it kind of gets a bit more unique in terms of the variety the trainers have. I don't know how many trips I'm going to have to take back to the Pokemon Center, but we have explored most of the first floor, because there are multiple floors. The first floor, really, it's just some items, it's a lot of trainers, and figuring your way around this place, because it's definitely the most non-linear floor there is in all of Mount Moon. There's another Zubat. Also, did we get an encounter in front of this trainer here? We did! So this is actually a glitch you can abuse. Back in, I believe it's Viridian Forest, there's that one trainer you fight in that single patch of grass between. And, if you get an encounter with him, and then lose on purpose, I believe you can, like, set random encounters to show up, and it's one of the few ways you can actually catch Mew. Or wait, no, that's not how you catch Mew. That's how you get, like, a level 100 Pokemon really early, because you get a level 1 Pokemon that then evolves, or levels up immediately to 100. You know, there's a lot of weird glitches in this game. I don't remember all of them, okay? So here the Zubat has confused us with the move Supersonic, and it means we just have a chance of hitting ourselves instead of doing the attack. It's actually a pretty good thing to do to your opponent if you want them not attacking you. Because that's another thing like Paralysis where you can essentially say, I'm gonna choose to waste your turn, or have a chance of wasting your turn. At about a third of its health, it's fully paralyzed. Cool. That Thunder Wave has been very useful for us, actually, in terms of these enemies. Leer, that's okay. We're gonna be faster for sure. This Thunder Shock's gonna take him out. That's the end of this Rocket Grunt down here. We didn't even take any damage with Artie. That's pretty good. Here we have TM1. I actually don't remember what this TM is. Let's go ahead and check it out. We're up a TM Mega Punch. Okay. We can teach it to Artie or Doris. I'm not going to teach it to anybody right now. I don't exactly have a super need for Mega Punch right now. Also, I found an Ether as a hidden item on this rock. Losing stinks. Yeah, get used to that with your team of 2 Rattatas and a Zubat. In the corner here we have a Moonstone, which is an evolution item. where some Pokemon, they only evolve by using a stone. They don't take just a certain level. One example would be Artie. He doesn't evolve no matter how much we level him up. We have to use a stone on him, being the Thunderstone, in order to actually get him to evolve into Raichu. We have the Hiker class trainer. The Hiker class focuses mainly on rock and ground Pokemon like Geodude here, which is actually kind of an issue for us because we don't have a lot of things that can answer that. Really, all we can do is just Ember with Doris since it's our strongest attack right now. Ooh, Doris leveled up to level 16. This might be enough to evolve. That was a critical hit, huh? I mean, at least we're gonna hit multiple times. And it looks like it's not critting just every single time. So when that crit was just hanging there, was that really us critting 3 times in a row, or was the text just stuck there because we got it the first time and nothing else was being said? That's also a possibility, eh? We can go ahead and use... How many potions? We only have 2 potions. Okay. I might have to take a trip back to Pewter City and buy some potions and antidotes. Alright, this should be the Fury attack that finishes him. There we go, 3 hits. Good job, Nikolai. Does he have another Geodude? I hope not. He has an Onix. Okay, so this is essentially Brock 2.0. That is the end of that Hiker. Wow, shocked again. We got 350, and what is this? Doris Daisy. Evolving. And just like that, our very first Pokemon, the one we've had since the very beginning, has evolved into Charmeleon. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Stars fading, but I linger on.
And, you know, I hate to say this, but I'm going back to the Pokemon Center. And I'm gonna buy a lot. I'm actually gonna go all the way back to Pewter City and buy a lot of potions there.